Russia-Ukraine war latest news. Logistics general from Russia passes away in front of loved ones. According to Russian media, a senior Russian military officer who had been shot by a taxi driver in a confrontation in Moscow just months ago passed away at his residence in the capital on Wednesday. Dmitry Dravel, a retired major general and former deputy chief of the Russian military's logistics, passed away on Tuesday in Moscow from acute heart failure, according to TASS, the Russian state news agency that cites medical sources. According to the news agency, the former major general felt sick prior to the arrival of the ambulance, but he could not be revived. The 68-year-old's wife reportedly contacted 911 when he became sick at their flat, according to the Moscow-based daily newspaper Moskovsky Komsomolets. There are no bodily injuries, the cause of death is natural, an unnamed insider told Russian site RBC. The victim passed away at home in front of his relatives. According to reports from both Russian and Ukrainian media, Dravel was wounded in the leg in May after a dispute with a taxi driver. Among the several decorations awarded to the former commander by Russian authorities was the Order for Military Merit, given in recognition of exceptional service in Russia. Many other high-profile former Russian commanders have also passed away since the full-scale battle in Ukraine broke out, although there is little evidence to suggest that any of them were involved in the fighting. Following a prolonged illness, the former commander of Russian forces in Ukraine passed away in Moscow in August 2023, according to a Russian official. For a while, Colonel General Gennady Zhidko was in charge of the Ukrainian forces loyal to Moscow and the country's eastern military district. General Sergei Surovikin, nicknamed General Armageddon, succeeded him in the fall of 2022 after he had headed Russia's military effort in Ukraine for a few months. Back then, Ukraine had just launched a counteroffensive that had been a smashing success, reclaiming territory that Russia had staked out in the early weeks of the full-scale invasion. While serving a 10-year term for bribery, charges that he had repeatedly denied, former General Gennady Lapurev passed away in a correctional camp in the central Russian region of Ryazan during the same week. Russian President Vladimir Putin's opulent Black Sea resort in Krasnodar city of Sochi allegedly had Lapurev in charge of construction and security arrangements. Late in 2022, General Alexei Maslov passed away in Moscow. He had been the head of Russia's ground troops and the country's military representative to NATO. On December 25, the Russian tank manufacturer Uralvagonzavod confirmed the sudden death of the former military official in a Moscow hospital. He had been working with the company. In their brief statement announcing Maslov's passing, the corporation chose not to specify the cause of death.